had the NWA Women's Championship belt on the line for Tay Conti and Serena Deeb. We haven't seen Serena Deeb, I believe, since the Thunder Rosa match, or I can't recall when we saw her last. But like we've said before, she should be and is a cornerstone of the women's division. She is very entertaining
called her
and in the ring.
Yeah, I called her the Cody Rhodes of the women's.
She should be.
Like,
yeah.
For me, SPD, it's just like she's so technically sound. I know that you love this about Cody. You could put Cody in the ring with a guy like Darby Allin. You could put him in the ring like Lance Archer, right? You could have him in the ring with anybody, and he'll make his opponent look better. He can have a great match, and his opponent always comes out looking like $1 million. And I think that Serena Deeb is the exact same way. You could put her in the ring with somebody who's incredibly experienced, like she is, or a rookie, and Serena always raises the level of competition from her opponent. I have so much respect for how she carries herself in the ring. She's so purposeful, really, really smart wrestler.
Yeah, and this was a great match, and I really love the fact that they focused this on the Road to as well, and they showed a lot of Road to stuff all throughout Dynamite for those who didn't see it. So it was a good thing to help tie it in, tie the meaning of the storylines with the Eddie Pac and this match, and then obviously the Darby Cage match. And so honestly, like, this was probably the best I've seen Tay in the ring on TV to date.
Oh, yeah.
I think she is growing in the ring at a rapid pace, but both her and Anna are really growing in the ring and established themselves. I think they're getting a lot of good reps, on Dark and, occasionally Dynamite. And it really was a fun match in terms of just all the different holds and submissions that we were seeing between both of them. They paired up so well together. Both competitors paired up very well together, and there were a lot of things that I have never seen before in a match. And it kind of like, it was methodical and it was kind of slow paced in a way, but it worked. Usually for those women's matches, when they're like that, they really lose me quickly. They lose me real quick. This was teetering of losing me and keeping me interested, but there was a lot of there's a lot of things I've not seen before, and they were the only downfall of this is the picture in picture really hurt the momentum of this match once again. It was sad. But at the end of the match, when Tay and Anna were like holding hands, I almost kind of felt like, is Anna going to turn on her this soon? Like, is she like saying you're not good enough? I don't know. I don't know. I just kind of felt this vibe. I know they're claiming to be best friends, but I could totally see a turn coming down the line and a feud between those two. But I think they're going to ride this out for a little bit longer. But Serena Deeb is just
I was waiting for
professional
Anna
in the ring.
I was waiting for Anna to slide in the ring and challenge Serena. I think that would have been a really nice transition. Sticking up for her best friend who lost or what have you. And Anna Jay, you just talked about it. Anna Jay, her growth as a wrestler, obviously her character growth has been just like the Dark Order. They've gotten so much better. The more that they get exposed, the more opportunities we have to see them. Anna's character work has gotten so much better, but her in-ring work, I think that you and I are becoming fans of the Queen Slayer. I think that we're starting to see Anna's got a lot of potential.
Anna,
I would have loved to see her go against Serena, because again, that would have been an opportunity for her to get in the ring with someone who's such a polished veteran that you could give Anna an opportunity to go head to head, fighting for a championship, getting that experience, that rub from Serena, but also like learning the pacing of a match. I mean, like, Serena is so good at wrestling with purpose. You and I have talked about this before with her match with Thunder. Thunder Rosa gets a lot of credit for all that she does, and she should. She's amazing in the ring. But Serena, she wrestles her matches so that you don't have these awkward, like, no, you're supposed to do this. You don't ever feel like she's waiting for a spot.
Right.
Serena doesn't do that. Like, her matches don't feel like she's like, her and her opponent are confused on what's going to happen next. She doesn't wrestle that way. She's always thinking. She's always purposeful. Her movements are so smooth. It feels like an actual fight, like an actual competition.
Very
and
Thunder
that's what I love
Rosa
about
style.
Serena. Yeah, Thunder's the same way, and we've heard Thunder, with her MMA background, approaching a fight. You shouldn't ever have moments where you're not like engaged in what's going on, and I love that with Serena. Just that it speaks to her veteran presence
For sure.
Incredibly smart competitor, and for her to go in the ring with someone so young like Tay Conti and to really take the back seat and allow her Tay to have a lot of moments in this match. I mean, that pump kick, I talked about that pump kick from Tay to Serena was next level. I mean, I know you're a Sheamus guy.
Yeah.
I know that Irish blood in you makes you always a Sheamus fanboy, but Conti put on a brogue kick like nobody's business in this match. Like that was incredibly impressive. All around great showing. I was a big fan. I thought going into tonight, obviously Pac versus Kingston was going to be the one for me as a fan I was going to be most excited about, but I felt like this match could have been the dark horse match of the night, just because of their backgrounds. I do agree with you. That road to, I've known Serena's career. I've known her path to get to this point. It was nice seeing her have interviews and segments that were pre-recorded. I think Serena does much better in that than in the live interviews. But we get to see Tay Conti's story about, really coming from nothing. And I feel like those kind of stories, those kind of moments instantaneously build a fan base. Instantaneously. I don't know how anyone can't instantly rally behind somebody who bet on themselves, who fought hard and continues to fight hard to overcome the odds. And she's that type of person. I'm a big fan of what we saw tonight. This one gets an elite out of me for sure. I do agree with you. The picture in picture, I can't tell you when that's ever worked. I mean, even the main event, maybe the main event tonight, there were moments in the picture in picture with Brian Cage and Darby where, it was fine. It worked. But for the most part, it detracts from the match. I think that they just need to get all together. That said, let's focus on the positive. This one's an elite. It was a great showcasing of, Serena's skills. I'm curious to see where she's going to go from here. Are we going to continue to see the NWA title defended on
I
AEW
hope so.
television?
I want to see more of her. And, it was an elite out of me too. It was Serena Deeb, she's been putting on, countless great matches that we've seen. And Tay Conti, like I said, was really impressed me tonight. She really did. And definitely elite out of me.